Hey there, things have really greened up out here on the homestead and I wanted to show you around. Check out both swales. They're both full. It's pretty cool. At least the bottom one's full. Let's go check the top one. Alright, so it's kind of a bummer because I'm doing a lot of work under the house right now and trying to pull out all the insulation and underbelly and things that just dried up. And now it's all wet again. So going around on this side, working on that side of the house is kind of a pain, but all that water is coming down here and filling up the swale. You can see it as I get closer. It's just running down. So the yard's a lot greener than the last time y'all saw it. It's just simple ryegrass. It'll all be gone soon, but it's just something to kind of keep the mud down. And down here we've got all sorts of stuff going in here. We've got we planted just kind of a random assortment of beans and squash and zucchini and all kinds of crazy stuff. Like this stuff's really that crazy, but just kind of planting it down here. Let's see, here we've got some comfrey coming up. This hickory tree refuses to die. This is the third year it's come back from that stump. I keep just cutting it down. Got another comfrey coming up right there. Got our beans and peas, and I'm really not sure what all's in here. I basically gave my kids a few seed packets and they ran around and just started plopping stuff in the ground. Anyhow, let's go up to the top. Oh, check this out. Got this muscadine going crazy over here. Alright, right here. This poor little guy got a bad start. I pointed it out to my 3-year-old and he proceeded to stomp on it. That's a pumpkin plant that started growing from a pumpkin seed left over from Halloween. So I put this cinder block around it just to kind of keep it from stomping it again. And then down here we've got watermelon coming up. I don't know, just an experiment, just trying something. All right, up here, compost. I've actually been getting quite a bit of compost out of that pile. Got the pumpkins. Maybe one of you guys, you know what, I would love for somebody to comment in the comment section below and tell me, why am I only getting male flowers on these pumpkin plants? Maybe it's a hybrid thing. I really don't know what the deal is, but I'm only getting males. They're dropping off, not getting any action. The comfrey is starting to flower. For those of you who haven't seen it, it has these beautiful little purple flowers, and then they fall off and leave these little kind of funky needle-looking things. Finally getting a little bit more growth here on the pear tree. This one mulberry is not looking too happy. I'm starting to get some leaf curl on it. It's just looking a little sick. Not really sure what's going on with it. Haven't had a lot of production. Got some mulberries here. Each morning my wife comes out between these two, she ends up getting 2 or 3 mulberries. It's just kind of something that her and the kids eat, and blackberries, and they kind of split it all up. Now, for those of y'all who haven't seen some comfrey, this thing will even get bigger than this. But you know, that's one comfrey leaf right there. And whenever you see the smear campaign that the government has done on comfrey, just remember that you would, in order to get the same results, you'd have to eat 800 of these leaves a day to receive the same amount of toxicity that they injected into the baby rats. So the moral of the story is, don't give baby rats very high doses of comfrey. Check that out. I hadn't even seen that till just now. That's a beautiful raspberry. Let me get to focus on it. Not going to. Anyway, gonna have to get that bad boy in the morning. if y'all remember, I came back through here and really whacked down this pear tree to try to get it to start putting on growth here, making more of a bowl. And we left the outward buds so that we've got this one going here. We left one here going out that direction. Same over here. Same here. Cut it here, right above this bud, going that direction. So that's how we kind of start to train and shape the tree. All of these right here, these mulberry suckers coming up, I guess they're not really suckers, but I will literally come in here, cut that piece right there, stuff it into a pot, and create another mulberry tree. Easiest thing in the world to propagate. In fact, that's what I did right here with this guy. Just stuffed him into the ground. Didn't use any rooting hormone, didn't do any of that. I need to dig him up and pot him. All right, check out all these wild blackberries. These guys, they are volunteers, just native on the property. Bunch of red ones. Some that'll be ready probably tomorrow morning. All throughout the mint. Man, when you're going in here and you're grabbing these blackberries and stirring up the sweet mint, man, it smells good. Oh man, I got to get back there and plant those two chestnuts and a. So I got two chestnuts and a pecan. Thanks to Chris over at Fairly Newlywed. This pear tree, its shape is looking a lot better as well. And this mimosa, remember this guy? I just whacked him off right there, and it's got this nice little canopy of nice dappled shade, and you can see, maybe able to see the pink flowers right there in the center. Asian silk tree. It's another name for it. But man, check out how this place has just exploded with greenery over the last month since last time we talked. Now, one thing that has really been puzzling me is, remember what the old comfrey flowers look like? Not the old comfrey flowers, but the comfrey flowers I showed you earlier. Look at this. This is not at all what I've ever seen. This is a comfrey plant, but its flowers look completely different. Not to mention that they're not really flowers. I don't even know what they are. Once again, please tell me down in the comments section what is going on here. This is one that I dug up from our dedicated comfrey bed over at my parents' house, and it's a if y'all remember that, I'll put a card right here that you can go check that out, where I took comfrey plant and basically just cut it into a whole bunch of pieces. And here we've got our giant rosemary plant, and then my peach tree. Man, okay, one more thing I need some help with. Why did my peach tree lose all of its peaches again? My theory on it is that it is not they're not getting pollinated or germinated. Not germinated, pollinated. I only have one peach tree. It's a harvester peach. It's supposed to be self-pollinating, but it's not. That's my guess. They get to about the size of my thumbnail probably, and then they just drop off. So that was a bummer. So we've got more just volunteer blackberry plants. Okay, here's another thing. Remember the figs I put in here? I had 3 figs. Oh, 4 actually, and there's 2 still in there. They're actually rooting. Oh, hi spider. How are you? Check that out. Yeah, all right. A little slimy. Probably need some help with that. I need to pot that baby up. I put, that's my little greenhouse. I put one of them before it started getting roots, right down here, and it's still alive. It's still doing all right. And then I took another one and put it in a pot. Basically, I just wanted to kind of hedge my bets. Hey, here's something else. All right. So this is my chokeberry, my aronia, and this guy almost seems like it never wants to leaf out, but I'm finally getting a little bit of greenery right there. This iPhone 6 really is terrible at focusing. 6S. It's the iPhone 6S. It does all right, but not up close. Anyway, let's check and see how we're doing. Check and see how we're doing on water. Also, I've got a big old black snake that lives back here, and he crawled over one of my mulberry trees. Ooh, look at that. Hello. I think I'll have a couple of these right now. Delicious. Oh, one was a little sour. Anyway, the snake crawled over one of my mulberry trees, left his skin hanging in it. Part of it anyway. So there's you can see the swale in action. A little bit of water right there. If the swale hadn't been here, that water would have just run downhill and off the property into the creek and, you know, taken off. But the whole purpose of the swale is it's a tree growing system. Collects the water that's running down this way, soaks it into the mound, uncompacted mound, and then allows the trees to capture the nutrients and the water. That's kind of my comfrey jungle here. Lots of the stuff. For those of you new to it, basically we'll just come through here. You can see, usually I'll cut it, but you chop it, toss it straight down onto around the base of your fruit trees, and just a huge dynamic accumulator. The comfrey is that anyway. What that means is it collects lots of nutrients from the soil, puts it into the leaves, makes it bioavailable for the plants, because you can have soil incredibly rich in minerals, but if the plants can't get to it, there's no point. Anyway, guys, it was kind of fun for me. Hope it was fun for you. Leave a comment below. Tell me, let's see, I'm gonna come back around here. So I had my 3 questions. Why is my pumpkin not giving me pumpkins? Why is there's 3, right? Why is my what's the deal with the funky leaves on the comfrey? And tell me what the second one was in the comment section below. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you stopping by. Click over here, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the bell notification icon, and right over here we've got the suggested video just for you. Talk to you on the next one.